Hello everyone. So in this video training, we are going to discuss top 10 JavaScript interview questions which are usually asked in every interview. So first question is that what is difference between a synchronous micro task and macro task, or in which sequence these tasks are executed, right? So let me write some piece of code here, and then we will see that how it works. So I will write console.log synchronous is one, micro is second, micro is in, and this is the synchronous 2, right? So now let me run the code and see that how the call stack works here. So let's execute this. So you can see here that my synchronous task executed first, and then my micro task is executed, which is here in the promise section, and then macro task is executed. So keep in mind that micro task always executes before the macro task. And the second question is, for example, if you have written the code like this, where you have time set timeout, and within set timeout you are throwing the error, and then you have the try catch block above, then which will print first. So let me run the code and see that what will happen. So you can see here that the throw error, which is written in the set timeout, is printed first. So the reason behind is that the try catch blocks has always exit and cannot catch the error thrown inside it, because it runs asynchronously, as a micro task runs after the call stack finishes. So third interview question is that if you have the numbers like that, then how you will convert that number into array. So the solution is quite simple. What you need to do, you need to basically write the console.log, and then need to use the separate operator, number, and then plus this, and that's it. You have to apply this one, right? And now let's print this. Let's get rid of this, and now let's print this. So you can see here that the number is now converted into an array. So fourth interview question is that we need to find the most frequent element within the array. So how we can do that? So first of all, you need to declare a variable called frequent, and then array dot reduce, and in this you just need to declare these two variables, right? And that's it. Copilot has written the code out of the box for me. So what I'm doing here, I'm just incrementing the value with one, whatever I'm getting in array. So let's print and see that what the result I'm getting. So let's run this. So you can see here that I am receiving 3 with this element. So it means that it is the most frequent element within that array. So let's talk about fifth interview question, and what we need to do. We need to just pick from the employee type this name and email, right? So how we can do that? So what we need to do, just need to write the type user is equal to pick employee, comma email name, and then email. So whenever I hover over here, so you can see here that this type contains only these two properties. And what if I would like to, you know, subtract, or if I would like to have an object without this on the basis of imply class? So what I can do, right? So I need to create a type without password, right? So type pwd is equal to, you need to write the omit, and then imply, right? And just you need to write the name of the properties you don't want. So in my case, I don't want password, right? So now let's hover over here, and you can see here that I have all the properties except password. So sixth interview question is that, for example, we have an interface where we have 2 properties as required and 2 properties as optional. What if I would like to make all the properties optional without changing this main object? So what you need to do, you just need to write the type opt, name of the variable, and then put the partial keyword, partial, and then put wrap it with the task. And now you can see here that my all the properties are marked as optional. And the vice versa case is, if I would like to make all the properties as required, so what I can do are eq, and then I will write simple require. And now let's see, you can see here that my all the properties are now marked as required. So seventh interview question is whether this string is palindrome or not. So how I will know. So for that, what you can do, you can declare the variable is palindrome is equal to true, right? And then you can write for each string dot length divided by 2, and then you will write this code. So let me explain that what this code is doing, and then we will print the results. So basically, the algorithm or this piece of code will check whether a string is palindrome by comparing characters from the start and the end at the same time, moving inward until the middle, right? And if any pair doesn't match, then it immediately marks the string as not palindrome, right? So let's print this console.log isn't palindrome, right? And now let's run the code, and you can see that that is a palindrome string. And if I, for example, add another character at the end, then you can see here that now I have false. So the eighth question is, your interviewer may ask that how many ways we have to protect the JavaScript object. He may ask you this question because he would like to know that how you can prevent the accidental edits in your object. So there are a few ways. So let me describe. So first is you can prevent your object to be modified, right? So for that, what you can do, you just need to say extensible prevent extensions, right? And then pass your object, and you can see here I have overridden the property f name and then added this city, right? And when I will print this object, let me print node index.js. So you can see here this new property is not showing over here, whereas you can delete the property just like uh, I have deleted this age. So when you use prevent extension, then you can delete the properties. All right, so now if you apply one another method which is called field, it is basically one level advance of what we had earlier. So once you run this one, so it will not allow you to delete any object, and you can see here that I'm actually deleting the object, but I'm still getting this age, right? So there is one another way which is basically completely freeze your object, right? And you will not be allowed to modify any property just like we are doing here, right? So let's print this. Let me add one another age and then pass it here like 44, right? And then let's print it. So you can see here that it is taking the all those values which are assigned in the object construction. So ninth interview question is that, for example, we have this number of arrays, and within that array we need to find even and odd numbers. So this interview question was asked from some of my friend in Kareem. So what he need to do, he just need to declare two different variables, okay, or just one variable with two different objects. So const res is equal to let's print even empty array and then odd, and then you just need to write the loop for n let n of number, right? And here n percentage 2 is equal to 0, then even, otherwise odd. So just you need to write the console.log and rest object, and let's print this node index.js. So you can see here that we have segregated the whole array in two different objects, with the even and other is the odd. So this question looks very tricky, but its solution is quite simple. So the 10th interview question is that and actually it was asked from one of my friend in Siemens. He was asked to remove all the extra values from within that array, right? So if you have data like that, then how you can remove the extra values from there. So what uh, he told them, just he declared the variable const uh, valid values is equal to data dot filter and then boolean, right? And just you need to write. All right, so let's print this and see that what we are getting. So you can see here that all the extra values has been removed from the array, and I'm just getting the valid values.